忍の時代は終わる。
螺旋が
The next level up of Minato, Uzumaki Boruto. As a descendant of the Uzumaki, he has truly surpassed his father and grandfather, Minato Namikaze. Mastering space-time ninjutsu in such a short time, he managed to create his own technique flawlessly. Finally, Aida and Kashin Koji have teamed up. I know this might not be that important, but Sumire openly confessed her feelings for Boruto right in front of Sarada. She ended up heartbroken and jealous after Sarada hugged Boruto in front of her eyes. And welcome to the full spoilers of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 16. But before we dive in, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to support the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. The chapter starts with Aida as the cover in Chapter 16. And for this chapter, the first scene is a flashback between Boruto and Kashin Koji in the past. And this is precisely the incident after Kashin Koji, who saved Boruto from the pursuit of Tsunagakure Shinobi. The first thing Kashin Koji did to Boruto was to teach and explain a technique that we have come to know as time and space, a ninjutsu that is able to transfer or send all objects instantly to various predetermined locations. Kashin Koji also explained that ninjutsu is a basic part of the power possessed by all OTSUTSUKI, and Boruto has manifested this power several times in the past. And although Boruto has manifested that power, but according to Koji's, that power is actually only like a limited state that cannot be repeated intentionally. And in conclusion about this technique, thanks to Kashin Koji, a great power that was originally uncontrollable can finally be mastered through practice and technical innovation. A technique that allows free and instantaneous movement shows a remarkable development in the mastery of time and space ninjutsu. But based on what Kashin Koji saw, after 6 years from that moment, Boruto will fully master the technique perfectly. But knowing the fact that if in 2 years later, Boruto has mastered the technique perfectly, it means that Boruto is indeed a very genius ninja. And regarding the technique and how the jutsu works, Kashin Koji explained that the technique only requires a chakra that is assigned or inserted into a ninja tool. And by feeling the chakra in the ninja tool, Boruto can instantly move anything, including himself, anywhere freely and unlimitedly, and make this technique a stable and controlled form of ninjutsu. And to be more precise, that jutsu is the Hiraishi no Jutsu that we already know, if the jutsu that has helped Boruto go to the location of the 10 tails, and also as a jutsu that can save Sarada and Himawari at the right time. Even with that technique, Kashin Koji as a sensei mentioned that the technique had something to do with Minato Namikaze as Boruto's grandfather. And actually, Boruto's technique is not a direct replication of the jutsu mastered by Minato Namikaze, but a new variant that Boruto created in his own way. In addition, Kashin Koji mentioned that Boruto actually did not know the original Hiraishi no Jutsu technique. However, in his quest to master space-time ninjutsu, Boruto independently created a new technique that almost achieved the same results in creating a new variant of the Hiraishi no Jutsu technique. And because of Kashin Koji's ability to know the technique perfectly, he praised Boruto's achievement as something extraordinary. Even he also referred to it as creating a new technique. It was something that only genius ninjas did. And from everything that Kashin Koji said to Boruto, he became depressed with all his achievements, including creating something extraordinary. And behind feeling depressed at the praise, it might also be because he hasn't fully understood or accepted the great responsibility that comes with his potential as a talented ninja. And in conclusion, it depicts how Boruto begins to forge his own identity as a ninja, detached from the large shadows of his grandfather and father. However, the pressure of these great expectations also begins to be felt by Boruto, reflecting the struggles of an heir trying to find his own path. The next level up from Namikaze Minato. By the way, if Kurama once told Naruto that he has become stronger and surpassed his father, has Boruto now, as the son of Naruto, also surpassed his father and grandfather as a genius ninja? Damn, this is so cool. And speaking of that technique, we see Boruto practicing to master and make the technique more perfect by trying some ninja tools as a medium for teleportation. Kashin Koji also explained that the most suitable objects to provide chakra are ninja tools such as shuriken, kunai, and so on. With various trials and failures, this will be the optimal solution that Boruto will master. And even Boruto asked about the sword he had. Is it also part of the ninja tool that is useful for teleporting? Perhaps because Sasuke had done the same thing with the sword, Kashin Koji said that all ninja tools can be used as a medium for teleportation. And when it is reached by our vision, then teleportation will be easier and more accurate. And hearing about Kashin Koji's explanation stating that it's easy if it's within eyesight, Boruto wonders, what if it's not within eyesight? And as an answer, Kashin Koji explained it simply. For example, we assume that the shuriken has been given chakra as a medium that will be used to teleport. But if Boruto could sense the chakra, he would still be able to teleport. But in this case, whether it is in the north or south position, Boruto will not know which shuriken he will teleport to. Maybe if the medium was only one, it wouldn't be a problem. But if it was more than one, then Boruto could not determine exactly where he would teleport to. And in conclusion, this technique cannot be utilized optimally. This shows that Boruto still has limitations in understanding or fully mastering this technique. And if I may conclude again based on my analysis, the solution to this problem lies in Koji's toad carrying some of Boruto's accessories. And if you look at this scene, before Boruto teleports, he always confirms first to Koji through his toad by mentioning the object the toad is carrying, whether it's a square, box, or something else. And from every location where Boruto will teleport, he always confirms in advance the shape of the accessories carried by the toad. Even though the media is scattered in various locations, Boruto will easily determine where the location of Boruto will teleport with the help of Kashin Koji toad that carries Boruto's accessories. So, have you understood this simple explanation? And from this analysis, it is evident from Koji's words to Boruto that he thought of various forms to define as objects with variations that are used as media or symbols that allow Boruto to teleport to the expected coordinate point even though it is far away. But guys, the farther away the location is, Kashin Koji stated that it requires quite a lot of concentration. And once again, the farther away the object is, the harder it will be to reach it. And to master that, it takes very serious training. And while Boruto practiced mastering the technique, Kashin Koji advised Boruto to keep practicing extra. And although in the end, Boruto was able to master the technique in a short time, knowledge is still knowledge that must always be practiced. And after the scene where Boruto trains with Koji, we see a continuation of the flashback in chapter 13 when Koji summons Boruto. Because at that time, they were still talking about destiny. Boruto asked Koji why destiny and the bad future that could be seen were not just told directly to the person, because according to Boruto, it would be much better. But in fact, Koji rejected it because it would destabilize the future path. The more people who know about the future, the more branching and complex destiny will become. And of course, this will become very difficult to control and predict. Yeah, I think Kashin Koji's words make a lot of sense. And in the end, Kashin Koji said that Boruto is like him, as a singularity. And what this means, singularity is as an entity or individual who deviates from the path of destiny, rail, and has the ability to change or disrupt the future. These singularities are unique and can be a key element in creating great change. Kashin Koji and Boruto, as the singularity, they are both not only tasked with understanding the future, but also to help create a better future. They do so by working behind the scenes and allowing the world to keep moving forward without being distracted by excessive knowledge of what will happen. And the important thing they have to do, create a better future through action. As a singularity too, Boruto has a unique responsibility to steer destiny in a better direction, and not by leading overtly, but by working invisibly to create positive change. And that's the conclusion with simple sentences so that you can all understand the meaning of Kashin Koji's words and explanations. And even as someone who has the ability to see the future, Kashin Koji at that moment also blatantly mentioned Aida's name. If sooner or later, Aida would see the information and know clearly what Kashin Koji said. And sure enough, guys, Aida, who is currently with Sarada and Sumire, she has seen and clearly knows about Kashin Koji and Boruto from the beginning, and also the abilities they have. And seeing Aida's gesture, Sarada confirmed to Aida what she had found. Then Aida explained that if during the interrogation Boruto did not explain in detail about what he knew, there was a reason why Boruto did not say everything clearly. But regarding this matter, Sarada looks so anxious and worried about Boruto for bearing all the burden alone. And as a person who knows the truth and is not affected by Aida's omnipotent ability, Sarada intends to help Boruto because basically the enemy of Konoha and Boruto is the same, which is Shinju. But hearing that, Sumire stated that this would be difficult to accept. Literally, they were happy to help Boruto. But the fact is, they don't have much information about him, because once again, Boruto has other reasons why he doesn't want to say everything in detail. And in this moment, Sarada and Sumire are seen arguing with each other about caring for Boruto. They really want to help Boruto, but at the same time, they just don't have what it takes to do it. Until the moment when Sumire asks Sarada, how about thinking a little about Boruto's feelings? And hearing Sumire's question, the situation became awkward. Sumire openly said that she liked Boruto. Even regarding the matter of her feelings for Boruto, Sumire knew that Sarada knew about it. But why did Sarada instead say that she liked Boruto and hugged him? And that was exactly when Boruto came to Konoha to tell the truth about Sasuke becoming a tree. And apparently seeing Sarada openly hugging Boruto made Sumire jealous. Even in that moment, Sumire intended to understand and comprehend Sarada's situation as to why she would do such a thing in front of her eyes. To conclude, Sumire asks Sarada, "What about me? You didn't even consider how I would feel if I saw you hugging and saying that to Boruto in front of my eyes." By the way, does this back sound already represent what Sumire feels, guys? I feel you, Sumire. And it wasn't just us guys who felt this awkward situation. Even Aida, who heard Sumire's question, she felt that this situation became awkward and as if the air was suffocating. And perhaps because she felt hurt and her chest was so tight from Sarada's attitude of not giving a second thought to Sumire's feelings, she left them and apologized for bringing up the subject at such an inopportune time. And seeing Sumire running away from them, Sarada tried to hold her back by saying, "Wait for the class leader." But at the mention of Sumire as class leader, Sumire sounded displeased at being called that and said that how long would she be called class leader? And in the end, when the situation became awkward, suddenly Shikamaru's voice was heard and he asked Aida if she had time because there was something that needed to be discussed with her. But before we continue the conversation between Shikamaru and Aida, I apologize for having to make this into 2 parts. Since some pages are in the process of translation, I will update the next part as soon as possible. No need to worry, I will speed up to publish the second part of this chapter 16 leak. Like and subs, I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye bye, Databayo.